And we are live.
Oh yeah.
Good evening, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 381. Today is Tuesday, April 16th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 3-ish.
That's 3-ish. What's going on? Ramo Jones,
Yeah,
Malik Howard, Dylan Darchinville, S.J. Smith. Hello. Malik, hello, as everybody starts to roll in.
Oh, yeah.
Today, we will be covering eToro launching their full crypto exchange, the largest travel management firm in the UK accepting Bitcoin, SBI delisting Bcash, KuCoin Exchange allowing for self-custody with their crypto assets while you trade, Siren Labs laying off a quarter of their staff, and last but not least, Block Show has said they will donate to Notre Dame for their reconstruction. But first, the free crypto coin winner of the day for yesterday. Do we have one?
Yes, our free crypto coin winner from yesterday is Eric Brooks. Thank you for your comment. In response to our question about Learning Coin from the IMF and World Bank, this coin is actually used for people to learn about cryptocurrency, and you get cryptocurrency in exchange. His comment was basically that they may be doing research to figure out how to kill Bitcoin. And I tend to agree, maybe not to kill Bitcoin, but to give it some healthy competition. And in their eyes, try to shut it down by figuring out who knows how to use crypto and exactly how much people have. So shout out to Eric Brooks. We'll be sending that free crypto coin at the end of the week. And Shannon wanted to make sure everybody knows it will be coming the end of this week because they are at a conference in Singapore. So crypto coin winners, it will be coming end of this week.
All right, and kind of with that question is one of those things where the learning coin for IMF. Have you ever heard of a learning dollar?
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
A learning bank account.
Nope.
A learning how to do your taxes.
Nope.
They don't teach us this stuff. They want to take. All right, a few more shout outs before we get started. What's going on? Whoa, be easy. Never seen that before. I like that. What's going on? Shannon Allen, Tessa Hall, Eric Brooks, Tony Nolly, Donald Muhammad. Smash that like and share button, people.
Make sure you get on.
All right, top story of the day. eToro launches full crypto exchange and 8 custom stable coins.
Oh, yeah.
That is right. What is going on over here with eToro?
Oh, man. So eToro, which is managed by eToro X and is regulated by the Gibraltar Financial Services Commission, is going to trade 6 cryptocurrencies on their platform: Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ether, XRP, Litecoin, and Dash. They'll also have 37 crypto to fiat pairs, such as Bitcoin to USD, and also XRP to GBP. So they have a lot of different pairs that you can trade on there. It actually gives you a broad view of what you can trade on the crypto market. And eToro came through with their platform before Backed. I think everybody's platform is coming before Backed. Right. So shout out to them for getting it through. And they've actually called this the greatest transfer of wealth in financial history. So they want to be a part of it and give people an opportunity to make that transfer as well. I've called it that personally to a lot of people, and eToro seems to have the same sentiment. So shout out to them. A lot of stable coins that you can use, and I look forward to testing it out, probably doing a video on eToro to see how it works. So it only works in about 32 states though. So you want to make sure, I'm pretty sure it's not going to work in New York, just because I don't think they have the New York license. But shout out to them for getting it 32 states and for getting it started. Yep,
and it says here, Yona Asaya, eToro CEO and co-founder, was quoted as saying, just as eToro has opened up traditional markets for investors, we want to do the same in the tokenized world. Blockchain will eventually eat traditional financial services through tokenization. I got to be honest. I want to know, has Yanni and the eToro team always thought this, or are they thinking it now that they're in the crypto market?
Hey, man, you gotta join the winning team.
Hey, I'll give them a shout out though, because they're coming still in the bear market, which means they must like it or must care about it. So we'll figure out which is which first. But it's good, good to have another person in the community here, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. And having a reliable way for institutional investors to trade has always been one of the goals of people in this industry. You don't actually need it, but it is something you want long term if you're gonna have mass adoption. So shout out to eToro.
What's going on, Maximilian Price, Tonio from the UK? What's up? What's up? All right, next up. SBI delist Bitcoin Cash amid major crypto exchanges delisting BSV. Of course, that's Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. It looks like this article has been updated to specify that SBI Holdings has made an announcement about the delisting of Bcash and not mentioned listing BSV. Again, you can see here which is supposed to be a Bcash coin, looking set and alone by the river, but looks like Japanese financial services giant SBI Holdings will delist Bitcoin Cash from its virtual currency exchange in June of 2019. Cointelegraph Japan reported today. They plan to do it. I mean, why does it? It looks like this move comes amid, as this story say, a course of news of several other major crypto trading platforms delisting BSV. So how did Bcash get kind of thrown in this mix?
Well, if you remember, Bcash was a fork of Bitcoin, and then BSV was a fork. They remember the fork of a fork that they had? So I'm guessing they just got rid of all of it. It was like, you know what? We tired of all of this nonsense, all of the Roger Ver and Craig Wright nonsense that's going on. Calvin Ayre, who's been accused of messing with little kids. Like, come on, man. This is such a travesty that's going on in their personal life. They probably don't want to deal with them in the crypto market. And I believe SBI may have some dealings with CZ, and they may, kind of take his side. So I'm not sure if, the BCH thing was as a result of this, but I'm pretty sure, a day after BSV gets delisted from one exchange, then Bcash comes, as well as other wallets saying that they're about to delist Bcash and BSV as well. So the price of it at this point doesn't really matter because nobody can really use it. And if you can't get it through an exchange like SBI in Japan, that's definitely going to hurt because that's a big market for crypto. So tough to see there, but they'll learn their lesson.
And it's pretty interesting. There's a lot of comments on this, so we'll go to some of these comments on this article here. But, when we talk about this, this is one of the things we kind of alluded to yesterday when we were talking about the centralization is this is a double-edged sword. A lot of people felt like BSV and Bcash were scams to begin with from the beginning. So for some of these exchange operators to now, for whatever reason, start to delist BSV or delist, Bcash, including the infamous CZ. I mean, again, that's a slippery slope because that is what governments are doing right now to fiat currency.
Yeah. So
last thing we want to see is for that to become the norm in cryptocurrency, especially when a lot of these, this delisting seems to be coming off an argument. So it's almost like one of those personal feuds. Are we delisting things because of personal feuds? And again, if so, that is a slippery slope. But again, here's some of the comments at the end of this article. A lot of people are already saying both Bcash and BSV were scams and shady. This seems to be like people all agree with that. But again, the other part is this is a centralized checkpoint to use the exchange. So it's crazy.
Yeah, and you piss off the CEO, there's no telling what they'll do. So
right.
I believe this happens in corporate world. It's just hidden better. I believe CZ just said it on Twitter, so it came out. But I'm pretty sure some CEOs that don't like us CEO
for sure.
stole somebody's girl, and then they came back later and was like, "Yeah, we're gonna get you up out of here, you and your business." So
hilarious.
Pretty sure that's happened before, but this just happened to be out in the open.
Right. All right. Largest travel management firm in UK accepts Bitcoin. That is right. Corporate Traveler, the largest travel management firm in the United Kingdom, is now accepting Bitcoin for payments, according to a press release released yesterday, April 15. What is Corporate Traveler doing to accept Bitcoin? What made them switch this up?
Oh, yeah. Well, Andy Hegley, who is the UK general manager, actually stated, "We have been leading the way in terms of looking after the specific business travel needs of companies for the last 20 years. Our business is built around our customer and will only continue to be successful if we focus on the delivery of a customer service experience that clients will not receive anywhere else. That's why they continue to evolve, and the natural next step is to accept cryptocurrency." I'm sure they've gotten, requests, will we be able to use it at some point? Can we use it for travel? We've seen cryptocurrency used for real estate, for cars, Lamborghinis, all that stuff. So it is pretty natural that, a travel company would use it. Cheap Air, I believe, was allowing Bitcoin. There's a few other ones that allow Bitcoin as well, but good to see from Corporate Traveler. They seem to be ahead of the curve, and that's probably why they're the biggest company in the UK. And they're expecting exponential growth in the industry like we are. So got to get in early now, build the infrastructure, have your employees used to using it, put it in the lexicon of your daily talks, because that's how things become mainstream. And it should work out for Corporate Traveler.
Right. So as you said, we've had Expedia do it in the past. We got Corporate Traveler. Big news coming out the UK because, again, at the end of the day, this is a base hit. where at the very least more people will learn about Bitcoin, especially if it's on the website. I haven't been to the website itself yet, but you know, they put this on the website, and you're talking about paying, whether it's for plane tickets or whatever else you might do through this business travel management services. And when it goes time to pay, you see a credit card option, as well as, you know, you get your PayPal options and maybe a cryptocurrency or a Bitcoin option. That alone is going to help people say, okay, what is this? Why don't I know about it? X, Y, Z, yada, yada. You know, next thing you know, it's 4 a.m. and they've been trading for 2 days straight.
Bags under their eyes.
You know, it's bags under the eyes and all types of craziness. So, pretty cool story to see. And great job to corporate traveler. And one of the things I like about this story is that they said corporate traveler, you can see this at the end, and this is according to the press release. Corporate traveler is unconcerned with price volatility in crypto markets, as the Bitcoins will be converted directly into British pounds.
Oh yeah.
BitPay purportedly charges a 1% commission to convert the funds, which corporate traveler says is cheaper than credit card processing. Again, this is what we always tell merchants when everyone says, well, I don't know that much about crypto, or, you know, it's so volatile, I don't know, is it going to be $100 or $12 a day? You know, all those corny Nav Flanders out there, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There are services that will convert the crypto directly into your native currency. Here it happens to be British pounds. So that's no longer an excuse. And then last but not least, again, they do that for 1% commission. I don't know who's been using PayPal lately, but I think PayPal is up to like a 4.3% commission on just sending and transferring, receiving money. We got Stripe coming in at an awesome 4.0 to 4.6 fee thing. So I mean, literally, that's $4 on every dollar, or excuse me, 4 cents on every dollar, $4 on every 100. So again, you're talking about thousands of dollars, people. This adds up for these fees and commissions, which they literally have no reason to charge them, but just to charge them.
That's the market rate.
That's the market
rate. And also, too, chargebacks. PayPal is ridiculous with the chargebacks. You can pay a credit card for PayPal, and they'll get their money back. You won't receive it if you have a PayPal account. Bitcoin doesn't have chargebacks. That's another thing Bitcoin is better at. And also, the best part about the transfer from the price of it to fiat currency with volatility, over time, the volatility index, the highest point in 2010 was at about 15.4. It's down to about 2. And in the regular Forex market, it's about 0.3. So we're moving towards a spot where volatility is going to be non-existent. And then there won't be anything to say about Bitcoin. And then at that point, that's when we think it'll be mainstream. But this is a great first step.
All right, and going to some of these comments, going back, Tony Nolly says slippery slope for sure in regards to the article about the delisting of Bcash and BSV. But he also said it also represents self-regulation to an extent. That is true. It definitely does represent self-regulation. Again, it's just one of those things where it's kind of concerning because, you know, when it comes to BSV, I think now 3 or 4 exchanges delisted. I mean, Kraken joined the fund.
Kraken, yep.
Of course, we had Binance, and then there was one other exchange yesterday that delisted late yesterday.
Huobi? Or no, I think they were just discussing.
Yeah, I can't remember. So it was one more exchange, and then we're seeing the same thing with Bcash. So again, we get it, but those are some of the coins that probably shouldn't have been on the exchange to begin with. I'm sure the owners took that happy $1 million or whatever it was fee to get listed. And that's the crazy part. Now, who knows what type of regulation this will get tied up in, because I mean, we're talking about Roger Ver, people. He doesn't go down without fighting. So what if he comes out and says, hey, you know, I paid you guys $1 million or $500,000 to get listed on your exchange. Our contract never said when it's going to end, or what will be the terms of you taking it off. So for you to take that off, I want my money back plus interest. And on Roger Ver, he might be like, I want $100 million back, $100 billion back,
just to make the news.
Right. Of course, that's not going to happen. So I can see this getting crazy, but we'll continue to keep track.
Oh yeah.
Shannon Allen said this is big news for travel in regards to the world traveler accepting Bitcoin cryptocurrency. He said now we need some in the United States for sure.
True.
And Maximilian said you can also use TRX to book hotels as well.
Oh, yeah. Tron.
Crypto and Culture. Here we go. Said a lot of dirt on CZ going to be coming out soon. Craig's going to fight. I agree with that. I'm not sure how much dirt, but Craig is definitely going to fight this one through.
Yeah. It's going to be like a high school fight. There's a bunch of people clicked up on both sides. Gossip. Right. I mean, he might as well have lockers at this point. I mean, it's so immature, but it's also great to see that, you know, he, as a CEO, he will take it there. So
that's true as well. All right, next up, KuCoin exchange traders can now self-custody their crypto assets. That is right. KuCoin has launched a feature allowing users to custody their own crypto assets while trading. This is pretty crazy, but KuCoin has integrated a new technology from Boston-based startup Arwen, which allows traders to maintain control of their private keys while trading on centralized exchanges. Arwen announced Tuesday. It looks like KuCoin president Eric Don confirmed the news, telling CoinDesk this service will enable investors to trade in a centralized platform without worrying about their fund safety.
Yeah.
With all this being said, how is this possible?
Well, the way that it's possible is, one, you are limited to certain features. So, for example, for one, it's in beta test, so it's not available to everyone. For two, the trades are conducted via escrow, meaning the funds are sent to an account and they are not released until the trade has happened, even though you do control the private keys, and it actually limits you to $100. So that's the first part. And then the next part of how it limits you is you have to have a KYC procedure. And if you're in the US, you can't use it. And you can't use it if you're in any country that Trump has sanctioned. So basically what they introduced was a great technology, but under regulation just kind of stifled it, made it worse. And I mean, it's great that they have this feature.
But it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter at this point. I mean, a decentralized exchange without these regulations is already out there. And if they wanted to actually make it viable for everyone, you can't cut off US people. You can't, say people that's sanctioned, because crypto is for everybody. So KuCoin, good try, but we'll see if the if the regulations will go away. I doubt it. But if you got to do KYC and you can't be from the US, we'll see how far KuCoin gets with this.
It sounds like a honeypot, honestly, just to get more people to do KYC, AML. Not only that, again, I understand this is in the beta mode, but what type of beta mode is it where you're only testing a $100 limit?
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be KuCoin,
broke boys,
who's hilarious. Bro, you are funny. This is supposed to be KuCoin, which is one of the largest exchanges in the world. However, they're saying that we're one of the largest exchanges in the world, but we're going to give you a $100 limit. That makes me actually lose confidence in them as an exchange. Like, are you doing ghost trades? Is there inflated volume? Are there bots? Those are all the things I think of when you're supposed to be a major exchange rolling out a beta version or something, but having a $100 limit on it, but also asking for KYC AML. That is disrespectful, not only in the cryptocurrency community, but it should be in real life as well.
Yeah, stop asking for all my information.
Right,
man.
You want a blood test for $100?
Come on, man.
And again, people, for those who are just now listening or who are new into cryptocurrency, the beautiful thing about crypto right now, especially if you're just joining, is that you don't even need an exchange to trade. Now, if you're doing your intricate trades, you want to make sure you have some stop losses set, or when you want to buy out, all that stuff, then yeah, you can use an exchange. But if you literally just want to make a few trades and hold on for a while, or maybe a miniature or basic version of what an in-depth trader's portfolio will look like, you can do that from the wallets. You can do it from your cell phone on the mobile wallet, or you can do it from a desktop wallet. But I can't get behind this this new technology from KuCoin.
They tried,
as you said, because of all the regulations that go with it. I mean, they're talking about this layer 2 blockchain protocol. Look,
a bunch of big words that mean nothing.
You know what I mean? That's like me saying, hey, I've built the fastest airplane in the world. It's amazing. However, you can only go for 5 minutes. Tickets cost $1,000, and we only run on Mondays.
And nobody from the US can fly in.
Right. So it's just like,
why are you even telling me this?
Yeah, you got the fastest plane in the world that nobody either can use or wants to use. Like, who wants to go on that thing for 5 minutes? Like, right?
Hey, but they succeeded. They got the promotion. We're talking about it.
Right. We're talking about it. They made the news again. These are going to be things that make exchanges like KuCoin go out of business, though. I mean, no one cares about this. It's not only is it not a good idea, but I mean, it's just the opposite of that.
Yeah, you got to come harder than that.
You wanted KYC and AML from the crypto community for a $100 limit so you can trade on your exchange, but your money, according to you all, not be on there.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's not even worth.
I'd rather just put my money.
I was just about to say, it's not even worth us doing the due diligence to see if this actually works at $100. So they decided to raise that up, let's say at least to 5,000 plus. Then we'll take a peek at that and see if this actually works and it's a good thing to use. But
we'll whip out the VPNs.
Right, we'll whip out the VPNs. You're hilarious today, bro. But right now we can't get with that. That's crazy. I can't believe that was even real. But
KuCoin.
Come on, KuCoin.
Got to come harder than that.
Speaking about companies that, I guess are making bad decisions, I guess. Siren Labs, they laid off 25% of staff amid poor blockchain phone sales. Eesh. I was hoping we never saw this story because it was a great and a novel ideal. But deep down, I always knew we see this story sooner rather than later. I'm not going to lie.
The first one through the door gets shot.
What Israel-based Siren Labs, maker of the Finney, of course, named after Hal Finney, blockchain phone, has laid off a quarter of its workforce. Speaking to local financial news source Globes, the firm said it had let go of 15 of its 60 employees, less than had been speculated in the media, according to them. What's going on with these layoffs in the phone? I mean, it looks like the phone hadn't been selling well. What's the issue here?
Well, I think one of the biggest things was the price point. They have a $1,000 phone that nobody knows about. There's people who were griping about the iPhone being $1,000, still bought it.
But they know about it. Wow, that's a great point.
And they know, they have the promotion, they know it works, And whenever you say blockchain phone to somebody, usually doesn't mean much. To us, the people watching, you may say, oh yeah, that's nice, it's a novel idea, the operating system is going to be different. However, if you say that to a regular person, they're like, oh, so what's the difference? Yeah, it's a blockchain phone with a crypto wallet. And they're like, okay, so what's it's not an iPhone. I'm not paying $1,000
Is the camera updated?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like, can we zoom in, from 100 yards away? But, the biggest part about this, like I said, is these type of phones will be developed in the future. It's just, they were so early. It's way too early.
It's like, honestly, it's like 3 or 4 years early.
Oh, yeah. And Samsung has something similar. So your competition is already better because Samsung has a blockchain type wallet and they have the same use case as you. They have, a repertoire with people. And one of the things I hate about this is that it was so early, people think that it was a bad idea. Most of the stuff that comes out of great ideas is just ahead of its time. People haven't, you got to catch up to where people are. So, honestly, not really bad. They did have to lay off 25% of their staff, but I'm sure they'll bounce back and they'll have some better stuff. Just gotta, timing is everything. You can have the greatest idea. If it's the wrong time, it won't work.
Right. I agree with you. This is literally a timing issue and possibly a price point as well, but more or less timing. They were way too early. The ideal is a great ideal. I haven't even, used the phone, but I'm assuming with the backing they had, it would be a pretty good product. But as you stated, no one's looking for it.
Yeah.
I think they actually would have been better off making like a $50 phone that included some type of light wallet or something on it, just to get people introduced to it. That way you can begin to build that market. iPhones didn't come out at $1,000. iPhones didn't come out at $500 before 7-8 years ago when that stock market price started creeping up. I think people forget. Go all the way back to the iPods. Some of the original ones. We're talking about $100 purchase or something, right?
Yep.
So I think they went in the wrong direction and I get it. This cryptocurrency. Everyone in the community not only thinks but knows that compared to the world, like, all right, a lot of these people are a lot smarter than the rest of the world. You're talking about technology and financial stuff is going on. But in this case, it was just one of those things where the proper due diligence wasn't done. You don't have a market share in the cell phone market at all. And then you talk about a brand new technology, as you said, that no one even knows about to introduce that. And then add on the price point. I mean, that's a triple negative. And this is what happens.
And then to add fuel to the fire, the CEO has a $50 million lawsuit that has been filed in California. The lawsuit was filed because this company actually raised $158 million in a December 2017 ICO. And before that, the company raised $97 million. So $255 million raised total, all for them to put out a phone nobody wants. So they're getting sued for $50 million because I'm pretty sure there's some big investors had to be involved. And they're like, hey, man, we bought these tokens. There's no use case for it. Nobody wants it. And now you're trying to sell the software. Yeah, I'll see you in court. So that's just to add fuel to the fire. So hopefully this gets cleared up. But it doesn't look too good right now.
Right. But good luck. I remember there was another one that was coming out as well. What would be really interesting? I wouldn't doubt if that in 4 years, when this thing is here, or 3 or 4 years, when it's becoming more popular, places like Siren Labs actually either re-releases or literally just has out this same phone and people actually start to buy it.
Yeah, rebrand.
Maybe even at the same price point. Because again, we haven't used this phone, but everything that's supposed to go into it sounds like it actually would be a good product. And then once it's actually time for it to be used, it could literally be the same phone that people are using in a few years. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Crypto and Culture said, anyone heard about Gap forking Brave browser?
I have not heard of it, but we'll be interested to look into.
Harold George said they went the way of AOL. I still got CDs too. Hilarious.
Yeah, sell the software. Forget the hardware.
Just like plasma TVs and AOL, of course. Yeah, it's crazy. Exactly. They should have said they should license it out. I got that from Mr. Wonderful on Shark Tank. Yo, his first thing is like, why didn't you just license it out? Like, don't try to be the hero. All right, we already got enough heroes. Give it to somebody else.
Just make the money and go home.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, this could have been a thing where they could have brought this to Apple or somebody and said, look, yeah, we're not even trying to compete with y'all. Make a separate phone, have this blockchain on it, charge a couple $100, see what the market says.
True.
All right, last and certainly not least, Block Show launches crypto fundraising campaign for Notre Dame reconstruction.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Prayers out to those at Notre Dame. I don't think anyone was in the building, though I'm not sure. But we know that fire that ripped apart some of the buildings at Notre Dame yesterday occurred. What is Block Show doing for this?
Oh, yeah. Well, Block Show is an international blockchain event powered by Cointelegraph, where we get most of our news. They've started a campaign to get cryptocurrency to help with the rebuild of Notre Dame's cathedral. If you saw the fire yesterday, it was crazy. It basically took out the entire building. And, you know, we've seen several other big campaigns to raise money through GoFundMe. And also in Paris itself, we've seen big campaigns for that. NPR, you know, they've reported on a lot of different campaigns. But cryptocurrency is becoming a great way to contribute towards rebuilding things like this. There's been charity done with cryptocurrency for years, but when something like this happens and, you know, everybody around the world is sort of sad about it, you know, cryptocurrency is a great way to raise money, help rebuild it, and hopefully bring it back to life. That'll be pretty hard because the building is about 700 years old, man.
Wow.
And you can't really replace that type of history. Sad to see. You know, I don't think there's anybody reported as injured or dead, if I'm not mistaken, but the building itself does need to be rebuilt, and crypto is a great way to do that. Right.
Shout out to those in the crypto community always wanting to donate and help.
Yep.
And I'm glad you said no one was hurt, because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have jokes about this next few days, and I definitely don't want to make a joke with somebody with some trouble. But it's even interesting in this article. You see, you know, former President Barack Obama tweeted about it. President of the European Council tweet about it. I mean, literally, this is amazing. Look, Crypto and Culture said, because I need proof that my donation went to the right place.
Exactly. That's exactly why you want crypto.
This is all good stuff. All I have to say about this is I wish Block Show and President Barack Obama and some of these other folks show Flint as much love when the people there have no water.
No water at all.
But here a building is being burned
People
down.
in Haiti's money getting stolen.
You know what I mean? It's all crazy.
We worried about Quasimodo's old crib.
You know what I'm saying? But listen, hey, I don't have any family history there, so I can make jokes about it. I'm sure there will be people offended, but such is life.
Whatever, man.
But I'm glad. I know that we turn on. Whatever, man. But no,
all I
seriously,
eat is French toast and French fries.
It is amazing to see the Block Show team put this. Again, we've talked about crypto donations, and this is a great thing to see, because as Crypto and Culture said, to be able to actually track your donations from beginning to end, from the initial point of inception to the point that they're actually used for contracts to rebuild a building like this or something. I think that's going to be wonderful, and I think that'll be something we can use on a governmental level.
Absolutely.
Hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, for the free cryptic coin today, what are we doing?
Yes. So for the free cryptic coin, we just discussed Notre Dame receiving charity. In your opinion, what is the best form of charity for using cryptocurrencies? We've seen a lot of different examples, BitGive, as well as with the Houston Women's Shelter as well. We've seen, you know, different ways that you can actually donate cryptocurrency. What is your favorite? Put that cryptic coin address and we'll send those free coins to the winner.
All right, favorite way to donate cryptocurrency in the comments after the video. Make sure you smash that like and share button, people, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good one.